In this video, let's learn the basic principles of web design. Let's define the term web design. It is described as planning, conceptualizing, and arranging content online. The task here is more focused on the user experience aspects of website development. Thus, the web designer works on the appearance, layout, and at times content of a website. The web designer's aim is to win and foster the trust of the target audience. Remember that web design is a crucial factor in knowing whether the business is trustworthy or not, and it can strengthen the relationship with clients. The first in our list of web design principles is to have well-organized navigation. Navigation is an essential element of a user-friendly website as it helps visitors navigate a website and find their destination without problems. Web designer plans well the navigation structure that describes how different web pages on the site are organized and connected to one another. There are some pages and content that can only be reached by visiting a specific page. For example, this structure illustrates the main locations that customers can visit. We can turn this into menus with internal links. The main types of website navigation are the following. First, global website navigation. It can be found on the header menu that are identical across all pages of the website. The footer menu is also global and highlights essential sections of a website. Second, local website navigation. It refers to internal links that are included in the content itself. For example, links to navigate to other relevant pages. Next principle is visual hierarchy. It determines which component needs to stand out visually on a website. When developing a website, it is vital to use the proper layout and color scheme. You can use various different layouts such as the F or Z pattern. F pattern is referred to as the most common eye scanning pattern, especially for web pages with a large amount of content. These heat maps are from users' eye tracking studies of 3 websites. The areas where users looked the most are color red, the yellow areas indicate fewer views, followed by the least viewed blue areas. F pattern works since most people are comfortable reading top to bottom and left to right. Their general behavior is to read contents from the upper left corner, read the headline of the text, scan down the left side of the column, and find something interesting. Read the interesting thing carefully and continue scanning down. Another popular layout is the Z pattern. It is a design understanding that attempts to get ahead of the user, abstracting any distraction and presenting encouraging action as quickly as possible. Z pattern is typically used on pages that are not content heavy. This is a typical model of scanning for landing pages of a website. Designers place core information in the spots of the highest attention, such as the top corners, and put the other points requiring attention along the top and bottom lines. Another way to achieve visual hierarchy is through a color scheme. The color scheme is the collection of colors that a designer chooses for their website design, also known as color palettes. Color schemes can include as few or as many colors as the designer sees it. Color plays an integral role in how we perceive a website. Here are important tips you can use to create a stunning website color scheme. Know the basics of color psychology. This refers to color associations that are often instinctive and subconscious. Many of these associations are fairly universal, while others are cultural. For example, the color black represents power, sophistication, mystery, and death. And red means love, passion, romance, danger, and energy. Acquaint yourself with color theory. Color theory is the science of how color works. You need to understand primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Primary colors are colors that cannot be made by mixing any other 2 colors. Colors red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors. Secondary colors are created by mixing 2 primary colors. For example, when you mix red and yellow, you get orange. Tertiary colors are created by mixing a primary color and a secondary color that are next to each other on the color wheel. These create compound colors. For example, mixing yellow and green creates yellow-green. You also need to be familiar with warm and cool colors. Red, orange, and yellow are classified as warm, while blue, green, and violet are cool. Warm colors are commonly used for calls to action, while cool colors are usually used for information and backgrounds. Think about combining colors. Color theory is great at telling us what colors work well together. Here are three main color combination ideas. Complementary colors sit across from one another on the color wheel. A complementary color combination will be composed of one warm color and a cool color. Red and green are one popular complementary pair. Triads use evenly spaced colors on the color wheel, like red, blue, and yellow. Analogous colors sit next to each other on the color wheel. As a result, analogous colors are extremely similar, like green and yellow-green. When choosing a color scheme, think about simplicity. Simplicity has several benefits. It can effortlessly tie together a color scheme. If you have just a few colors at work, everything will look unified. Viewers don't have to work hard to process what's going on. If you go overboard on the color, your users will be more confused. Contrast your colors. Contrast is defined as a relationship between two or more design elements whose dramatic differences are emphasized when both elements are shown together. It can be used to draw attention to certain parts of the page. Therefore, if you have something that you really want your users to notice, make it contrast with the rest of the page. Integrate your branding. Consider how your branding will play into your color scheme. Chances are your brand already has certain colors associated with it. If that's the case, you can use your existing color palette to help create your website color scheme. For example, this web page uses the brand's two main colors, blue and green. Excellent readability. Website readability assesses how effortless it is for viewers to comprehend the text on a website. The speech of the text is important. It should be straightforward, simple, and spelled correctly. It is better to go for a simple language that everyone can understand. You must ensure that the text does not blend in with the background color. Remove all distractions. Avoid using too many on-page visuals. You need to draw attention to important things for you and your clients. It would be confusing to navigate through a page and see many buttons, icons, and symbols. At a minimum, you will want to include these four basic pages on your website. Homepage. It is the first thing visitors see. Visitors should clearly understand the objective of the homepage in just a few seconds. Avoid cluttering your homepage with multiple irrelevant images. About page. It is an opportunity to elaborate on your brand's vision and accomplishments. It is meant to connect emotionally with people. Thus, storytelling is the key to this page. Products or services page. It is the most important point on most websites. Product photography plays an integral role. Highlight multiple angles of the product and allow users to zoom in and out. When applicable, shoot a short video to strengthen the visual experience. Contacts page. It serves as a customer support tool. It can be used to deliver superb service. You may post the brand's physical address, email address, or phone number. If a live chat option is present, express the agent's availability. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you!